Hello, welcome back. This is going to be my first time starting up Disc 2, so let's see what this is like. I imagine it won't play the opening scene with the Eldridge or whatever that ship was called. Let's see what it does. Alright, that's familiar. Just straight to title screen. So we get this. Xenogears. If I wait a moment, does anything happen? Maybe we get a different little scene. Oh, okay, right, so it does that. Normally I don't have to wait here very long. Let's see if this is normally. Anyway, yeah, so exciting things are happening. We had some big reveals last time, and a lot to process. I processed, and I have a few understandings of mine furthered. Okay, so something's happening. Wait. No, it's not. This is on my end. Alright, so I got a super janky video set up where, like, everything's all messy. Oh, give me a second here. Okay, I just had to threaten it and it came back. Everything's fine what you see. But yeah, okay, so nothing's happening here. I think there just isn't an intro cinematic. Okay, so anyway, that makes sense because that's what usually takes up the most space on a disc. So, shot down. Fei only in the party. Elly is injured. Grahf is around. Emerald is coming after us, apparently. Right, so something I wanted to note, a couple of things. Well, hang on, where's this scene going to take me? Straight into Fei's memories? I'll have to save my notes for later, I think. This better take me here, yes, okay. Dreaming. I was dreaming. Perhaps it may have been but a long-forgotten memory. A dream. A memory. Things remembered when one is asleep. Things forgotten when one is awake. Where the deepest layers of memories become the outmost layers of one's dreams. Which are reality? Which are illusions? One cannot tell until one awakes, or perhaps they are at the same time both truth and fiction. A vast nebulous with no boundaries, an emptiness equivalent to my own existence. I dreamt such a dream, a long, never-ending dream. Oh. Lacan. That's Grahf. A previous incarnation of Fei, sort of. Lacan, what is wrong? Lacan? In that dream, I was called Lacan. I was an artist. Yeah, here we go. So he's recalling this. I had become recognized as a talented artist and now was painting the portrait of the Nissan mother, Sophia. Mm-hmm. Huh. No, it is nothing. Let us finish for today. You look rather tired. Are you all right? I'm fine, thank you. But now that you mention it... Shall we stop for the day? You must be the one who is tired, Mother Sophia. So underneath that mask, does Grahf just look exactly like Fei? I wonder. Enough of that now. Hey, Sophia's face, in this portrait form... I mean, yeah, that's literally Elly. Her eyes are a little different. Yeah, colors are slightly different, but I mean, it's Elly. When it is just the two of us, would you stop calling me that? Just call me Elly, as you used to do in the old days, and you don't have to be so stiff and formal. Right, okay, so remember, first time Fei met Elly, in the forest, he knew her name already. He knew to call her Elly, not Elheim. Alright, so Elly Sophia, Elly Van Houten. Oh, alright. Very well. No, I mean, yes, let's do that, Elly. So these were his long-forgotten memories resurfacing. So, but in what way is Fei the same person as Lacan? Is he a clone or something? Like, how did that happen? It's not due to Id. That's a different... Is it due to Id? Maybe it is because of Id. Okay, we got lots to pick apart here. Elly. It was a time when she went by such a name. A time when we had met up with one another. A time when nothing mattered between us. But, like, how aware is current Fei of this thing that's happening now? Is this, like, his musings? Current Fei is conscious, in the forest, with a bleeding Elly in his arms, and the wreckage of Weltall behind, and Grahf stalking him, and Emeralda stalking them. It was better that way, just two people together. It was better to have left it that way. I have things to say about Hammer. I'll get to them. I think I might go back home, only for a week or so. Oh really? What is the matter? I ran out of paint, so I need to go make some more. You're going all that way just to do that? He is dedicated to his work. If I don't go there, I won't be able to get the right pigments. Hey, wasn't that painting unfinished? Is this the state where it was left? Yeah, like that painting was never finished. So I think this was as far as it got. So when he went home, something happened, and he never came back. Or something happened to her, and she couldn't pose for the painting or something? Oh. Then how about I have one of my followers, the Kahal, take you in one of our gears? The Kahal... That's just the name of the... Yeah, the followers of Sophia. Okay, this name was mentioned once before, and I think that's what it was. You'll arrive quicker, and you'll be much more safe. I lied. I wasn't out of paint. I just feared I would finish the portraits. I wanted to keep on painting forever. Ah. So I wanted to buy time. She'd probably despise me for that. No, she'd probably just give me her usual smile. She was that kind of woman. Dreams. A life of a man named Lacan, and the lives of countless other men, all but dreams. Like, current Fei knows who Lacan is. Now that I am awake, those countless numbers of long, heart-rending dreams are almost impossible to remember at all. In those dreams, I loved one woman, no matter the day, no matter the era. That did not change, nor did her name. Whoa. That dream changed me. That dream was the catalyst for me to resolve what my purpose was. I think I know now what I have to do. That long, long memory of a dream. Perhaps it was the memory of my soul. Does this space just represent the inside of Fei's mind, or is this like an actual place here? Like Kane's dimension? A dream. I was dreaming a dream. Or perhaps it was a memory from a distant past. A dream, a memory. Ellie's doing it too! Those words I was unable to convey, that day, that time. Those thoughts I was unable to carry out. Words and thoughts, the connection between the two. Without words, thoughts cannot be conveyed. Without thoughts, there are no words. They are both as vital as each other. They can never be divided, like the wings of angels, like a man and a woman. I see, like in the cathedral. An unchangeable destiny, feelings one wishes one could change. Meeting with the person who would change me and watching myself change. I dreamt such a dream, a long, never-ending dream. Lacan. Lacan, what is wrong? Lacan? In that dream, I was called Sophia, Mother Sophia. A symbolic name, crowned upon the person who would be the people's hope. A name I was destined to have whether I wanted it or not. Huh? No, it is nothing. Let us finish for today. You look rather tired. Are you all right? I'm fine, thank you. But now that you mention it... Shall we stop for the day? You must be the one who is tired, Mother Sophia. So this is literally the same scene, just from a different camera angle now. I'll look for differences, but there aren't any other than camera angle, it seems like. So stiff and formal. Okay, abbreviated version. Elheim. I've always liked that name, because when I first met him, that is what he called me. That is my true name. Okay, so it was Elheim back then too, huh? I think I might go back home, only for a week or so. So we are seeing this entire scene again. Ran out of paint. Where was Lacan's home, do you suppose? Cahal will take you in a gear. I wonder when it started that he started refusing me, the walls between us, our positions, our circumstances. He refused to recognize these. No, maybe it was me. Therefore, I didn't want them. I wanted the two of us to be ourselves. That is what I wished for. So I had him paint me, the way I really am. Dreams. A life of a woman named Sophia and the lives of countless other women. Countless! Okay, so more than just Sophia, Elly, and Lacan Fei. All but dreams. Now that I am awake, those countless numbers of long, heart-rending dreams are almost impossible to remember at all. So Emeralda's parents... maybe not Lacan and Sophia. Maybe those were different incarnations. Yeah, so, I mean, Emeralda's father was Kim. She doesn't know him as Lacan. In those dreams I loved one man, no matter the day, no matter the era. That did not change. Only his name. But your name didn't. So it's always Elly. Well, yes, it's always Elly. Whoa! That dream changed me. That dream was the catalyst for me to resolve what my purpose was. I think I know now what I have to do. That long, long memory of a dream, that perhaps was the memory of my soul. Alright, so that's Elly's half of this scene. Alright, Fei in a tube. Mysterious old man. He's finally awake. Is that Melchior? That's kind of what Melchior looked like, isn't it? Here you go. I'm healed. You've been sleeping in this nanoreactor for 3 weeks. Okay. Nanoreactor? Who are you? Fei seemed more or less okay after that crash. Like, well enough to carry a bleeding Elly around. I guess he was worse for the wear than he looked. Me? I forgot my name. Some people call me Tara. Yep, Tara Melchior. That's him. You seem to have recovered completely. Those were terrible wounds, but maybe your youth and strength helped. 3 weeks, huh? But your friend's wounds are more serious and may take a while longer. My friend? Elly! Elly? Hey, quit staring at the naked girl and come over here! And he turns around. Oh. Elly? Alright, oh, yeah, there's Fei. How long does it take for... Weltall 2? Weltall 2? Check it out, Weltall 2. Okay, well, that's that thing's name. Okay. Its name changed. Other stuff is the same, I guess. So he gets, like, id form Weltall now, maybe? Alright. Meeting Melchior. That's all 3 of those oracles. Hey, Citan, what are you doing here? Of course you're here. Hey, Doc. I heard from Tora and hurried right over here. Boy, was that lucky. You were fortunate to have come down near Tora's research facility. This is no research facility. It is a man's hideaway. Citan told me about you. I was shocked to see a couple lying down with blood all over them. A couple. At any rate, you had a narrow escape. Fei, make sure you thank Tora. Tora, thank you very much for helping Elly. Both Elly and I were hurt so badly. What is that machine? It's called a nanoreactor. It is a device that can rebuild substances at the molecular level. Not only can it just heal humans, but theoretically it should also be able to create many substances. Is that the same thing as that guy in Solaris? Which one do you mean? I mean, is that the same thing as Krelian is studying? Ah, okay, sure, gotcha. That guy in Solaris. Yes, that's right. I was the one who taught nanotechnology to him. You did? Yes, we know this. Beep, beep, beep. We shouldn't waste time talking about such an unimportant subject. Looks like her treatment is done. Alright, pretty close to when Fei woke up. Oh, you don't need to come. Just wait there. But he wants to. Fei! Is that a big pot of soup? That's a very big pot of soup. Elly! Fei, hi. Now, why don't you two go get some fresh air outside? Okay, so that's what they were dreaming about when they were in the reactor for 3 weeks. Right, they remember their past lives. It ought to ease the shock of the change. So Citan's here. Weltall is, well, is a new incarnation now. Firge was left at the Yggdrasil. I knew it was you. Fei? When you came in the room just then, I was afraid you may have forgotten about me and everything else. What do you mean? I mean, because, Elly, you seemed a little different than before. Has my face changed? No, that's not it. It's more like... I mean, your atmosphere or impression is different. Just a little. What are you standing on? Weird glowy green things. But I felt something familiar. I felt the same way when I met you for the first time. Some peculiar feeling like we've met before somewhere. Fei. Yes? I don't remember much what happened after we were shot down. It's better that way. Wait a second. Wait, now I'm starting to wonder, was there a bunch more that happened? Because the shadow of Grahf was there. Fei seemed to be able to walk, he seemed perfectly conscious, but then later, he had to spend 3 weeks in the nano-reactor. Did Grahf do something to him? Was there a fight that we didn't see, maybe? But I heard someone calling my name. I felt I was covered with something very warm. Was it your own blood? I remember that clearly. Thank you, Fei. Elly. Fei. Hey, it's almost time for you to come back. There's something important we need to talk to you about. Fei's floating right now. Alright, we're coming. Well, Elly, shall we go see what's up? Sure. Alright, 2 of us in the party. What's her gear? Firge, sure. Alright. So we're here. I guess this is the top of Melchior's house. I'm just gonna call him that. Gonna look around. Sure, he wants me to come in. I will. But I'm gonna look around first. This would be the exit. Fei, where are you going? Tara is calling you. Okay. And that's what there is to see around here. These ferns are very solid. And then there's another exit here has that one's actually walled off. Alright, so north exit, invisible wall, other exit, alley just stops me. I don't think it's time to talk about Hammer yet. I haven't forgotten. We'll get there. Let's save. Where am I gonna save? I don't think I have anything I especially need to preserve. I'll leave this one, I guess. Tears for Fears, sure. What are we doing? Also, why is Citan here? How do you feel now? The fresh forest air should have refreshed you somewhat, huh? Anyway, it's about the removal of the seal. What are you talking about? I found out it can be released by using the nanotechnology that regenerated you two. You talking about the limiter? We already got rid of those. The nano-assemblers are enclosed in this pod. If only we could scatter them all over the world. Ah, you want to remove everyone's limiters. There's an ancient military installation nearby. We might be able to use the mass driver located in there to launch this pod into the upper atmosphere. So you're just gonna like distribute nanomachines over the entire planet to go into people and remove their limiters. Better hope nothing goes wrong with that, because this sounds like there could be a lot that goes wrong with this plan. Once the nano-assemblers are released up there, the convection currents should spread them all over the world. I wish I could go do it, but I'm getting much too old for that type of thing. Then again, it's for your future. An old man should not butt in. You young ones must do it for yourselves. Here. And of course, I'm not asking you to do it for free. Try this wristband on. What is that? This is an emotion control device in which nanotechnology is applied. From this machine shaped as a wristband, nanomachines are infused through your epidermis into your brain. There they refine the SSRI intracerebral substances, such as serotonin, that control emotions. He gave me an antidepressant bracelet. What? Well, I suppose it's rather difficult for you to understand. But in short, it means that the manifestation of your second personality, id, can be suppressed. Oh, okay. It's an id control bracelet. Cool. Id. Fei. Well, it's all theoretical though. Oh, and I did one more thing as well. I installed the same control device in your gear. Ah, that's why it's Weltall 2. You mean it can release id at will? Yes, I called it System id. But of course, it should not be overused. Use it only as a last resort. So this is a new gear option, maybe. Elly, Duck, Fei, there was nothing you could do. It will never happen again with Tara's technology, though. He is one of the 3 Shevat sages. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. Oh, it sounds like we have a guest. Is it Emeralda? Was that a visitor I heard? Fei, it is all right. Okay. Alright, so id is restrained, perhaps, by this thing on my wrist. No, it's Shevat Emissary. Uh-oh, we're fugitives. Fei, we've got problems. We are fugitives from Shevat, aren't we? Fei was supposed to be encased in carbonite there. But you're asking for his help, I think. Today, a peace settlement between Ave and Kislev is being held at Shevat. Okay, sure, that was supposed to happen. But Solaris' mobile weapons are approaching Shevat as we speak. Please help us. What is Solaris now? The whole thing was destroyed by id. I mean, Krelian survived, of course. So, is Hammer dead? Like, all of Solaris went down. I assume just a scant few escaped. Ramses did, Krelian did, Myung, of course, would have... Would Hammer have had the resources to get out of there? He's kind of resourceful, but I don't know, he seemed a bit out of his element there. Also, he was totally the one who planted the explosives on Weltall during the tournament. I finally managed to put that together. He inserted himself as the mechanic for Fei in the tournament, and was under Krelian's orders the entire time, apparently. I still don't know what he said to Elly that one time, but yeah, he was clearly responsible for the explosives. That was his plan, in order to awaken Fei when he then killed Rico's subordinates as Id, I think. But like, Hammer didn't know any of that, he was just following Krelian's orders. Krelian kind of wasn't even in the story at that point. He first showed up when we visited the Thames for the first time. Right around then. Anyway. Solaris' mobile weapons are approaching Shevat as we speak. Please help us. Shevat has functional gate generators. Solaris doesn't. You should be fine, right? That has nothing to do with this young man. Tora! You're getting on my nerves for being so selfish. Citan told me about you. You showed up after finding out that Id is now controllable. Aren't you ashamed? You haven't changed since then. You only care about yourselves. Fei, you don't need to listen to these guys who once tried to kill you. But... Please go. I'll go to the mass driver. Elly? No matter what happened before, Shevat needs your help now. Although you may be saving some selfish people, there is still the world and its countries with many more innocent people. Please don't forget that. Bart and his people are fighting to protect those same lives, aren't they? So please go and help them. Are you sure? What about you? Don't worry about me. I'll manage somehow. But all by yourself, and without a gear. Citan, did you bring Heimdall? You want to go with her? I will accompany Elly. You do not need to worry. I have brought along my own Omnigear. Oh, have you now? Was it the one from Solaris? Your own Omnigear? Yes, my Omnigear. Fenrir. Okay. It is the same one I brought from Solaris. I left it with Gaspar in case of emergencies. The same one I brought from Solaris? I think you mean the one we saw underwater. So that was Fenrir. His. Okay. Doc. Alright. Please take care of her for me. Elly, be careful. I will. We are truly grateful for your kindness, Fei. So, we still gotta get Omnigears for Rico and Billy. I'm unclear on Siebzehn's status and Crescen's status. Am I forgetting somebody? Who am I forgetting? Bart has Andvari. Elly will clearly have that one from Shevat, eventually. She's not going there now, though. Fei gets Weltall too. Citan has Fenrir. Choo-Choo is Choo-Choo. I'm forgetting a person. Am I? No, I guess that's everybody. Suit yourselves. Ignis, right? Yes, the goal of the enemy is to destroy the cities in Ignis. Hang on, what are we doing? I thought Solaris was attacking Shevat. They have already destroyed half of Bledavik and will probably reach Nisan in about 4 hours. Okay, things got bad. Shevat will try to drive them back with all the power it has. 4 hours, that's cutting it close. No need to worry. Balthazar and I fixed your gear with the nanomachines. It's much more powerful than it ever was before. Why, you should get there in half the time. What? Is Old Man Bowel here? Emeralda is here as well. Yes, of course she is. Okay, a lot of things are suddenly happening. Which gear is this? Is that Siebzehn? I think? Or is that Weltall 2? It's bulky. Is this the gear that, or is this Fenrir? No, Fenrir didn't look like that. Is this the gear that saved Elly and Kislev that one time? Was it just, like, able to change form like this and it did that one time? This is incredible. We meet again. The host for the spirit of the Slayer of God. I didn't think I would ever work on it again. But why are you both helping me? There are some things you just can't explain with the word fate. You're just going to have to see it with your own eyes. Fei going? Yeah, I'd better hurry. Hey, where are you going? Is she following me in crescents? Fei, please hurry. Alright. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that scene in Kislev and see if this gear matches that description. It needs bat wings. That's what's missing here. What do you look like in flight? I think that's a different gear. So yeah, that one's still just a complete mystery. Who or what that was is just, that was just out of the blue and never mentioned again so far. Are you sure you want to go through with this? You wanted to live quietly away from the battlefield, did you not? An idea just occurred to me. What if Khan is alive and that's his gear? Because, like, Khan is a major missing piece from this story. Maybe he's actually just dead, but it's been pretty strongly hinted that he's not. I noticed myself running away from reality. At first I thought my situation was similar to his. I thought Fei would understand my feelings. I didn't know if my love for him was real. I might have been desperate after losing my mother and father. Elly. Despite all that, I may still love him. That's why I want to see what Fei can do and what I can do. I want us to be apart and think about ourselves again. I want to see how I really feel. Okay. You have changed a lot, Elly. What happened to you in the past 3 weeks? Really? I don't think I've changed. Fei said the same thing. Yes, you have. I should say, you have matured. Like a mother. Excuse me? I'm only 18 years old! I'm nowhere near the age of being your mother. Wait, you didn't say like my mother? Like a mother. Sorry, you gave me that impression. That is all. Anyway, Citan, I'm going now. Alright, I will follow you as soon as I finish off here. Is Fergie fixed? Hey, Emeralda. I go too. What? I go. Emeralda, I can't take anyone else along with me for something like this. I'll be fine on my own. If Elly go, I go too. Emeralda, I have to go with you. Emeralda? No, Emeralda go too. Why not let her go? I'm sure Solaris has a hunch about the limiter. They may interfere, so you may feel uneasy going it alone. I think Emeralda is cut out for this job. You're gonna be there too in Fenrir, right? Besides, she is going to want to go no matter what. Take care of her until I can join you, please. What's your business before you join? Like, what do you have to do? Maybe he said and I missed it. Okay, you win. Let's help each other, alright? I can do it alone, you just watch. Oh, she's capable. She'll be fine. No need to worry. He's typing on his chair. Something moved. I thought so. It's Grahf. Hi, Grahf. You're here. So you were the one who brought Fei and his girl to me. Was he? So that was his role. After he beat Fei up or something? So he's kind of pulling a Wiseman here. Like, I see the parallel. Covered in blood, barely conscious, brought to safety by a masked man. I realized it the minute I saw the two of them. Why, how could I help but notice? They looked the spitting image of you and her. Yes, just as you yourselves looked way back then. He's all spectral. Right, Lacan? Okay, and now we're seeing the Elder Council in Krelian. What do you mean he's still alive? Yes. Ridiculous. Didn't Ramses shoot him down? She was also on the gear that Ramses shot down. I won't have her die. But there is already a mother. Although she may be the antitype, as long as the current mother exists. Who are you talking about? So Elly's true identity... Yeah, those things are going right through Krelian's head. Elly's role in all this has been much more subtle than Fei's. And that one is harder to put together. Who is this current mother? Have we met her? It's not Margie, is it? As far as I see it, that is not complete. Quite picky, aren't you? Didn't you say you threw away all human emotions? I don't care what you think. Anyway, as far as he is concerned, I will put Ramses onto him. Any objections? Where is he presently? Etranank is destroyed, but part of the memory cube is still active. We should still be able to locate individuals. I did just use one. Wait a moment. He has left the crash site and is heading toward Ignis. I see, so he has left the area. That means it is only a matter of time before the seal is broken. Right, so he knows we're dispersing the nanomachines and stuff. Did you say something? It's nothing. Just sit there and wait for the good news. What about retrieving the girl? The key is already beginning to resonate. So they have some kind of something special that they want to use. The key, the Gatia key, I guess. They were ready to use it. It's like some kind of doomsday device or something, I think. Maybe. Maybe that's a jump, but it could be. The time of the resurrection is near. Okay, maybe the opposite. So that's the thing that resurrects God? Okay. We can get the girl anytime. It doesn't have to be now. Let's take our time. It's hard to tell what Krelian wants exactly. His motivations are complicated. They don't align with the Elder Council, which also don't align with, on my way to Ignis, with Cain, that's what I was saying, I re-encountered him, Karen Ramses. Ramses once again stood in my way in his Omni-Gear vendetta. It was an unavoidable battle. I released the new function that was added to my Mark II gear, System Id. Whoosh! Okay. So it does that. Alright, we're fighting. Okay. Attack level infinity. So we got those things, we got System Id. Id mode for 3 turns. Got it. Okay, restore framing chi. Thor Wave. X Chi Blast, ETH attack, none. Flaming Hell. Fire. Okay. Let's use this attack level infinity. Let's see, how did I do this? Goten X, Kosho X. Let's try Goten X. That's some damage. Neat. Let's try the other one. That's some damage, but less than mine. Kosho X. Ooh. Alright, and let's try the X attack. I can't. It's not an option. Okay. Go to X. Alright, he's done. Ramses' absolute confidence was shattered, leaving only his cry of disbelief and resentment. Ramses' machine disappeared into a sea of foliage. Why he was so fixated on me, I know not why, but he did say this. If only you didn't exist. In order to disperse the nanomachines, Emeralda and I headed for one of the ruins of the Zeboim civilization, the mass driver facility. Okay, so I'm seeing something here. I'll talk about it when I get a chance. Fortunately, the facility was still active, which allowed us to proceed on to the central control room with little difficulty. Along the way, we saw various missiles and giant rockets that were created during the Zeboim era. Oh, this is fascinating. They stood like tombstones of that ancient civilization. It was a graveyard for a race of people who destroyed each other over pride and arrogance. Once arriving at the central control room, we met up with Citan, who helped us activate the mass driver. We succeeded in launching the capsule containing the nanomachines, which would release the seal limiter. So that's the spot, somewhere in the world. It's like a particle accelerator. Oh, mass driver, okay, I see. Whoosh! Alright, well that's not spooky at all. Just this miasma over the entire world. It's gonna get inside you and mess with the stuff in your body. Falling like snow. This is a scene. Wow. Alright, so something I remember reading in like reviews of this game way back in the day is a criticism that on Disc 2, things aren't built out as much. So you get like Fei narration saying, on the way I encountered Ramses and we had this battle, we fight the one battle. Then it switches to Elly narration, where she just says, Emeralda and I went through this big facility and succeeded in our mission, instead of like getting to actually play that. That at the time was attributed to this game being kind of rushed as a release. So we might get a much more like narrator-heavy experience here. I'm kind of okay with that because like the writing of this game is the part that I'm engaging with the most and by far the best part. So things are supposed to accelerate a lot. The number I remember is Disc 2 is about 10 hours long. We'll see how that actually plays out. There's some gameplay. I fought Ramses. But anyway, this might be a different experience than Disc 1, and I'm seeing what sort of thing it might end up being. The nanomachines that were scattered into the upper atmosphere began to multiply and spread throughout the whole of the world. The nanomachines glittered in the sunlight, flowing like a large river in the sky. That glitter would remove the bonds restraining everyone. It was to be our light of hope for regaining back our true freedom. So what does the limiter do? It doesn't let you have more than 6 AP at a time if you level up enough, and it makes you afraid to fight the Elder Council. Those are the effects we know of the limiter. But it seems like they keep adding more. It was never fully explained. Solaris' mobile surface supremacy weapon invaded the area with great force. Shavad and Nissan's standard gear battalions were no match against it. It was only a matter of time before the Solaris mobile weapon arrived in Nissan. After we pushed back the Solarian gear units, which you did, I don't get to, we headed for Nortun, to the Kislev capital's administrative district. We went there to obtain our one and only means of standing up against the mobile weapon. Save current data! Okay. Sure. Oh, this is wild. Still shot down. Okay, sure, that's fine. So yeah, we're just going full-on visual novel mode here. Start! We might be getting a gameplay segment. Maybe not. The Kislev capital's Nortun's central administrative district itself was a secret battleship constructed by Bart's ancestor, Roni Fatima, after the Great War with Solaris many hundreds of years ago. I noticed it had an interesting shape to it. The existence of the secret battleship remained hidden. Later, the ship was turned into a section of the Kislev imperial capital during the founding of the empire. Uncovering this truth from some ancient records, Bart activated the secret battleship in order to fight against the Solarian mobile surface supremacy weapon. Which is what exactly? The sand cruiser Yggdrasil was actually the center of command and also the main secret weapon of the craft. Awakening from 500 years of dormancy, its true form appeared before us. Commanded by its new master, the secret battleship stood before the mobile weapon with all of us inside of it. So Yggdrasil docked with Kislev and turned into one ship, and now that's the Roni Fatima's ultimate weapon, huh? And Sigmund's just okay with us doing this? We tucked him into it somehow. Look at that gigantic hole in the ground under that. That thing stretches down for miles. Battle transition. Are we fighting? Yeah, am I playing as this ship? It looks so tiny in this scene. Yeah, Yggdrasil jammed in the front of it. Oh, it's a gear. Okay. This is so goofy. This is ridiculous. Something went clank. Super dimensional gear, Yggdrasil 4! There's so many Yggdrasils. Hi, Bart's voice. Alright, transformation complete! Come on, monster, let's go! What's happening in front? Oh, that is uncomfortable. What? Port Hurricane. Okay, so that's their super weapon. This is Spike Ball. That's the size of a city. Alright, so I can charge and I can attack, I can special option. Big cannon. 9,000 fuel! Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. $999 damage. Well, that's fun. It's not dead, and I have 900 fuel left. Was that a good idea? I don't know, it was fun. Out of fuel, yeah, I see that. So I could boost her. Let's not. I'll just attack. Yeah, that's a much more efficient use of fuel, obviously. I'll be fine. Oh, it glowed red. My attack level is 0, so I guess I don't get attack levels. Okay. Alright, it's dead. Bart got to fire the big gun. I'm sure he enjoyed that. Wind mode. Okay. Yellow text. That's ether ability? The Solaris mobile weapon was destroyed, which brought a sigh of relief to the continent of Ignis. Peace was signed, and after some 500 years of division, the land of Ignis once again became united. Excitement spread throughout Ave, Nisan, Kislev, Shevat. The sky shimmered as if to celebrate. By the hands of Elly, Citan, Tora, and Emeralda, the nanomachines had been dispersed into the atmosphere. I see them falling. That was when disaster struck. Our songs of victory were replaced by the sounds of total pandemonium. Yeah, like your plan to infect the entire world with nanomachines went wrong? What a surprise. In the beginning, we had no idea what had transpired. We witnessed unexplicable phenomena. People from all parts of the globe began to mutate into abnormal forms. It seemed to be triggered when the nanomachines removed the limiter seal that was placed on humankind by Krelian in the past. The human form with its innate abilities released. That's when I remembered what Hammer had said back in Solaris. His words were, "What becomes of the normal humans?" He did say that. What else did he say? I have something scribbled down about him here. Someplace. I promised to a man named Krelian he won't change it if Miss Elly is returned. Change it. Does he still have control over the limiters and he's causing havoc by... I don't know. So they are naturally germinating because the resurrection of God is near. Those who will become the body of our servant. I never knew so many would exist, even without using the key. But some of them still have not yet begun to germinate. Are they not destined to be the flesh of God? Or perhaps those are the enemies of God? Let us reactivate the strategic points of the Soylent. At any rate, they are just incomplete mutants. They are useless now in their half-finished form. God's apostles. There cannot be any harm in having too many of them. Okay. So our plan went wrong. Many people died. Are you in Zeboim here? Where are you right now? Hemyang. The chains that restrained humankind have been removed because of you. No, not Zeboim. This is Krelian's lab, of course. But that doesn't mean there is anything wrong with our plan. Everything is still under control. In the event of the explosion in the capital of Solaris earlier, I had set up a nanomachine virus to diffuse into the atmosphere. Of course you had, so you were one step ahead with your own nano blanket over the planet. I knew they were eventually going to break the seal, but the timing was a little close for comfort. The current mutations of the humans are an initial response to the virus. Once the virus we spread over the world germinates inside the humans, they are no longer the same. They change into a controllable form. We need humans that do not depend on the key's invocation in order to awaken. There's a lot of stuff being said about this key. Why does this portrait look different? Are his eyes a different color? It's probably just like the color palette in here is throwing me off. In other words, a being to take the place of the original body of God. It's like a Trojan horse released at the time of the assimilation with God. A literal virus, but isn't it different from what they intended? Of course, we can't let them have it their way. The Ark of God is mine. Either way is fine by me. I will just side with whichever is the more certain one anyway. Of course you will. Where are we? The Soylent System, a group of facilities formerly created by Solaris. These facilities existed all over the Earth. It is said that originally they were used for biological experiments and brainwashing. The people he mutated into what were called Wells, or the true form of humans, gathered at these facilities. Oh, yeah, people having bad times here. Some of the humans turned Wells were attacking healthy humans and devouring their flesh and blood. They do that. That is because healthy human flesh and blood eased the pain of their sudden molecular changes and let them live longer. Their lives were so short. Right, that's why when I encounter those things, they kill me and drink my blood. Soon after, severely mutated beings started to seek the flesh and blood of the less mutated beings. Oh! The Soylent system divides and merges those mutated bodies on a molecular level. A set of facilities that recreate a more perfect single life form to be used as a weapon. This is pretty terrible. This was the truth behind the Gazelle Ministry's M plan. Ah. So little pieces of them break off and recombine to be the perfect being. And that's what it looks like. Okay. So that's the physical body God's going to be resurrected into? Is that what I'm understanding? And Fei, the Slayer of God, is going to kill that thing. Go to those facilities and you will be freed from the unbearable agony. So people gathered, seeking a fulfillment of this promise. There is salvation there. The news spread, although no one actually uttered it. Their mutated blood probably told such people to gather there. Getting some, like, Final Fantasy VII in this story at this point. This game was originally going to be Final Fantasy VII, until it was deemed too complicated and a different story was used instead. We went there to destroy the Soylent system. Alright, and what happened? There, humans fought amongst themselves greedily for limited pardons to live. It was an ugly battle to keep on living, or so it may have seemed to the casual passerby. But to me, they were desperately trying to live. It was each person's natural human form. There were the haves and the have-nots, and among them were some of my former friends from Solaris. They wanted our flesh and blood. They told us the haves should share with the have-nots. They asked if a have, such as myself, could understand their pain. I couldn't answer. No matter what I said, it would have sounded like a conceited have speaking. Even so, I wanted to relieve their anguish, and I decided to do so. Just like the person in the memory of my dreams, in the distant past. Then suddenly the system went out of control. The Sufal mass, a monstrous organism still in the process of amalgamation. Sufal, Sufradi, the subject of the M project. Still in the process of amalgamation, broke through the barrier of the life support facilities and stood before us. No longer of human form, that which was once human began eating the people gathered there seeking relief. We had to fight it in order to save the people and in order to save him. The eyes of that which was once human, to save him? Which him? Usually when you say him like that, you mean Fei's many incarnations. The eyes of that which was once human looked at me, pleading for death to take away the agony. Okay! Who we want to play with this time? So this is clearly a gear battle. I want to see Citan's Omni Gear. There's Weltall 2. I don't know how its fuel is. I guess I could go look at it. So Elly still is using Firge. Let's take Andvari. Let's take Cressons. I don't think I've gotten to control Cressons yet. Maybe in like one battle? Once? Alright, open menu. This is very awkward. Wow, how rushed was the second half of this game. Alright, so. Weltall 2, Crescen's Fenrir. Sengoku Sword, it has the same thing. Gel damage down. I'm not going to assume... Oh, but this is also just Silver R. Sure. Deathblower 1 sounds great. Power Magic, Magic Guard, Pilot Shield. Let's just try that and see how it goes with default stuff. And Weltall 2 is... fueled up. Alright, let's do that. Resume game. Whoa, the music's so quiet. Wait, are we not in our gears? I guess not. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what Deathblow I might be learning here. Shouldn't I be... Actually, shouldn't I call gear? I can't call my gear. Oh, we're fighting in person here. Okay. Here, hang on. I want to see all your death blows with that sword now. I guess we're doing Engetsu. Alright, that's Engetsu. You... Have I seen all your stuff? I don't think I have. Have I done Leg Cutter? I have now. She turns into a saw blade. It's not the best time for a Deathblow showcase, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna get a better time. So you do know Fuke. Sure, do that. The music, remember to be loud. Sufal Mass. Okay. Alright, let's try Amaoto. Okay, simple. You're gonna do Wave Cutter. Alright, cool. Oh. Wait, no, you stole her life. You didn't heal her. That's what I thought had happened. Let's see, so that's gonna be a new one eventually. Kind of feeling like I'm past the point of Deathblow learning, but I don't know. Alright, so I've done Engetsu. Let's do Himatsu. Swing, swing, swing. Alright, Emeralda. You're going to do... Grand Arm. Can't see it very well, but there it is. One damage. Okay, you're gonna do that same input, which is Yako. He keeps putting his sword away. The Honorable Samurai. Alright, let's try Divider. Whoa! Well, that's fun. Alright, you're gonna do... Let's try Zanretsu. Oh. Okay. Alright, and then I did Divider already. Leg spin? Her leg becomes a drill. Ooh, that's unpleasant. Okay. Let's bring him back. Sorry, Sufalmass, I'm kind of not taking you very seriously here. Alright, let's try... Let's see, I did leg spin already, and you don't know that one yet. I might have seen all of Emeralda's stuff. Let's see, I don't think Citan has done this input, Amagumo. Alright, I think I might have seen all of his now. Okay, let's just do whatever's strongest. So if he's gonna drink all my blood, maybe keeping my health low is actually better. Then again, there was some area damage going on, so maybe that's a bad idea. Oh, you liked that. Okay. And also, keeping my health low doesn't make him take any less. Okay, so don't use that death blow on him, I guess, for some reason. Other ones worked fine, but that one did not. So hang on, does this mean death blows are elemental this whole time? And that one's just a bad element for that? Alright, what if I try these inputs? It's no death blow, but it does damage. Alright, what can you do best? Tornado hand. Tornado. Air elemental? Right, I've seen that. It's very silly. And he liked it, of course. Okay. So, whatever that input is, maybe I can assume it's always elemental. Let's do something else. The next last one would be like XX. Myogetsu, here we go. Okay, that one's safe. Ouch. Alright, I want somebody to have health. That somebody's gonna be the doctor. Just in case of, like, party-wide damage that's too much for us. Ouch. So main gimmicks of this fight seem to be, he has an instant kill move that heals him, and he heals from any elemental damage. So just use physical only, and be ready to Zetasol a whole lot. This would be impossible if I didn't already have a stockpile of Zetasol. I wonder how many people got to this point in the game without enough Zetasol for this, and were just like soft locked because they saved over their thing. Because, like, what would you do? It doesn't seem like there is anything you could do. Maybe there's something I just am not thinking of, though. The hair turns into a little whip there. Ouch. It's gonna be kind of a slow fight. So, I'm gonna try something. If it's a bad idea, it won't be too terrible of one. I want to know if you take damage from me healing you. You don't. Alright, it's worth a try. Here's a battle where combo points might be relevant. Emerald and Citan have enough to do double attacks with their stuff. Right, because they've been doing showcase things. Alright, so XX costs 6. Let's see if I can input, like, 3 of those, if the battle goes on for that long. It just might. So once your AP is at 18, I'll cash it in. Oh, no, don't need to. Alright. Senkei. Alright. And Elly learned something too? Citan, please lend me your sword. Are we gonna put an end to this thing? Oh, an actual scene. Whoa. Oh, okay. Doing something else.
I'm sorry. I guess I couldn't help you after all. All I can do for you now is ease your wounds.
That took a lot longer to say in Japanese.
So sorry.
Elly, you...
Okay. Please listen to me. Stop fighting among yourselves. We are all humans. This facility was built by the Solaris Ministry. It was created to implement their no-waste plan. Such facilities were to convert mutated humans into weapons that serve as tools for their ambitions. Just one part of their overall plan of racial purification. Whoa! Of course, once you enter their umbrella of protection, you can avoid absolute death. But is that human life? Even if you are the only one left, if you're devoid of a heart, what does it all mean? All of you want to be loved, needed by someone, so we look to others. By ourselves we are lonely, so we try to draw close together to live. That's what it means to be human. That's how people live. A single hand cannot clap. To relieve your pain, I'll give however much of my flesh you need. Therefore, don't throw away your dignity as humans. Don't let go of your human heart. Elly, are you okay? What are you doing? You think I am doing something foolish? No. I only did what I could. Maybe I'm a hypocrite, a well-to-do have. Maybe it's only pity for the have-nots. But if I can know the joy of giving out a little of the life within me, then maybe someday it may just be possible that one human can truly give love to another. People can do it. I truly believe they can. That's why... Elly, how much blood has she lost at this point? How much more does she think she'll be able to give? After that, we went from place to place, destroying all the Soylent System facilities located on the surface of the Earth and freed the people held at each of the locations. The horribly mutated people who just want to die. All the people that had been mutated were taken in by Nissan, where they received treatment. Those who had mutated only mildly were treated with Tara's nanomachines, which reconstructed and revived them. They were able to return back to their normal bodies. Okay, so we had this, like, cataclysmic calamity, and we stepped in and fought a thing and had this old man who knew how to fix it, and we just kind of fixed it mostly. Unfortunately, there were some that had such accelerated symptoms that their treatment was not as promising. Trying to bring them back to a form that resembled a human was the best that could be done. However, mysteriously, they no longer fought each other for survival as they did when they were held by the Soylent System. This is all so terrible. Like, what state is the world in after this? Of course, the recovery from the physical pain of the like, this was everybody! The nanomachines suffused the entire atmosphere of the planet. Like, there was no place they didn't reach, was there? Of course, their recovery from the physical pain of the mutation may have played a factor, but it wasn't only that. The majority of the people received by Nisan were those that had been admonished by Elly and had regained their humanity. Between her work in destroying the Soylent System facilities, Elly also went around and nursed the people in Nisan. She aided the bodies of the mutated and lent an ear to those who had no other place to go for help. She was the very image of the woman who created Nisan, Mother Sophia. It became rumored that Elly was a reincarnation or a second advent of Sophia. That's a pretty accurate rumor, huh? Go to Nisan and you will receive salvation. The news seemed to spread further about, and people came from all over to be saved, both physically and spiritually. Free from the supervision of Solaris, the surface dwellers began to unite in one place. Where's Krelian in all this? Where's Myung? Where's Grahf? Elder Council. They're gonna try to jam up our plans somehow. The germinating of those destined to be the body of the servant of God. As before, the humans are gathering in Nisan, at this rate. Not to fear, this might actually be helpful for us. The time is near. Should we not prepare for those who are to become the fleshly body of God and those who will awaken God? The time has come to activate the Gatia key. Here's this thing. Oh, okay. It's a literal keyhole right under there. But what? Cain? Ah, Cain's doing something. What more do you intend to do? I cannot allow you to use the key. Cain, what are you doing? Without the resurrection of God, our purpose cannot be fulfilled. Or are you planning on perishing with God, Cain, without fulfilling our purpose? Your purpose? You were fated to it from your birth. Why haven't you realized that it does not arise from your own free will? I've heard enough. Yes, this is of our own volition. If you still insist on opposing us... Gua! Have you forgotten? You are my subordinates. I can destroy you if I so desire. No. We have already done our part. It's time to pass the helm to the next generation. The people will not perish. This is very loud. Okay, now what's happening? Although the initial impact of being released from the limiter seal caused some momentary chaos, everything slowly began to settle down. We then began to search for the anima relics, the catalyst to transform gears into omnigears. In the past, 10 relics had been recovered. It is said that about half of those are in the hands of the Ministry. That's right, I remember this. According to Zephyr, there should be several more relics hidden in the land. We knew then that Solaris would most certainly be searching for them. There was no way we could allow Solaris to have them. We visited the place where, using archaic records, Zephyr and her people had been able to get clues on the whereabouts of the relics. Following the information we obtained from there, we headed towards the ruins of what seemed to be an ancient civilization. This is way more accelerated than I expected. Alright, so we're changing party. Alright, who do I want this time? How about Rico and... Whoops, well, Rico and Elly, apparently. Because this menu never works for me. Okay, that's fine. Okay, whoa, I'm actually able to move around? Imagine that. Okay, so... Crimson Vest, is that... Right, I've had you in my party recently. I already fixed your stuff. I feel like I'm just, like, barreling at 2,000 miles per hour toward the end of the game at this point. Like, it's just... all the brakes are off. We are going and not stopping until it is done. Okay. Shopkeep Johnny. Whoa, I'm not the enemy. My family's been merchants for generations and we got our own ways to fight. And this is my battle. Want to buy something? I even service gears. Character. Item. Okay, I should have way more Zetasol. That is super important. I should have like 99 Zetasol. I'll buy somewhere around that much. That way if I find some in chests or something, they won't go to complete waste. Ooh, this is new. Yggdrasil. Blocks Fei status effects. Neat. Yggdrasil. Okay, I could see a use for those. I got lots of money. Let's buy a few. Omega Sol, got plenty. Survival Tent, don't need. Oh, I have gold nuggets and stuff. Accessory. Okay, at least I don't have to go through that entire dialogue tree again for this. Okay, who knows if I will ever... Who knows if Nortune still exists? Like, all the people there were turned into Reapers and stuff, so I'm just gonna sell these here. I guess? Could I have ever had this before? I'll keep the ivory, that's like hella rare. Sure. Okay. Sure. I hope this isn't like suddenly falling apart like Chrono Cross did in its last little bit. Kind of getting some of the same feelings here. Like, we had a good thing going, but I'm a little worried about where we are now. I could buy those things. It would cost that much. That sounds fine, I guess. Godson ammo. Okay. It's expensive, so I guess it's good. I don't know. I'll buy a few. Sure. Okay, so hang on. These are for... Right, these are character things. Black leather, black helmet. Yeah, let's get some of those. I'll take a mind guard, too. I'm not going to have money for gear parts. Will I need it? Probably. Okay, I'll buy... I can afford more than that. Sure, 5 of those, I guess. Okay. Go back. Gear. Weltall 2. Right, so Sonic G-Whip. Ooh, that's a big upgrade. Okay. Ethmok Silence, that seems like a good idea. Yamame's sword. Maybe? I don't know. I haven't even used what he has now. That's a smaller upgrade. I'll pass on it for now. XR plus 7. That's very cheap. That is like free, basically. Okay. Why would you buy LiDAR plus 3? Does it do something else? Let's find out what the difference between these is. Charge remove status effects. Oh, that's cool. Restores 50 fuel. Okay, that's cool. HP 70. See, these just like... Don't these just dump too much of my fuel, maybe? I don't know. Alright, if I were to tune up... Is there anything you can tune up? S56, 655... I mean, maybe... Yeah, alright. Frame just seems like a good idea, and it's not that much money. That's fine. ZLA 6025, that's fine with me. Alright. Fuga's still here. Fuga's probably going to be replaced with an Omnigear at some point, so like, do I care? I think I don't. Andvari. You're fine. Frame. Takes Brig frame. Sure, do it. You're fine. Red Mazuo. I'll leave you as you are. Steer. You'll probably be replaced. Crescents. You're fine. That is a big enough upgrade for me to care. Siebzehn. You're fine. Number 17, yep, sure, okay. I don't know, I just don't really care. Whatever. Fenrir, so that's what it looks like. You already have the Heim 19,000. You're fine. Okay, sure. That's what I've done. Forget it. Thanks for your patron. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, so is this the party that I want? I do get the chance to change. I'm assuming we're going to be gear battling here based on the camera angle. And if we're doing that, don't I want the good gears? Let's go with Fei, Rico, Bart. I have at least 2 good gears here. Sure. Alright, things are weird and I'm feeling uncomfortable, and when those happen, I decide to save and quit. So we'll come back to this very strange, different phase of the game. Maybe, like, whatever's going on here in the story will calm down and I'll get free reign again at some point. I just wonder if I've already seen the overworld the last time. And I saved past coming to Solaris and I don't have anything earlier. So I'm guessing I'm never getting the Battle Arena prizes. Never playing Queenie with Emeralda. Maybe. Break the Seal! That's a familiar chapter title. Is that still what it is? Yeah, I just saved. Oh, did I? Where did I last save? Soul Vessel. Okay. Alright, I don't know. Maybe things will open up again. But I don't trust that they will. This might just be the rest of the game. Just zooming toward a conclusion at maximum speed. Alright, I'll see you next time to find out.